American doctors. How do you prove circumfetish pedophiles like Brian Morris, who fight so hard to keep their fetish alive, who managed to get published all over PubMed, wrong? Simply stroke an intact man's foreskin, which covers half of his erect penis, and ask him if it feels good. He will say, yes, of course, that's my penis, doctor. It's designed by nature to feel good. Are you okay, doctor? I'm worried about a stroke. Blood must not be getting to that highly educated brain of yours. If he feels it, and I'm missing those nerves, isn't that a reduction by definition? Yeah, idiot. You cut that off of me and millions of American men. When you cut off 50 to 80% of the surface area, those nerves are no longer there, which means they can't communicate to my brain. Not only that, you cut off the best part. You cut off the primary sensory tissue of my penis. There you have it. Brian Morris and his pedo friends easily debunked with a subtraction problem, and one happy and lucky man who didn't make the mistake of being born a man in the USA. This study is easy to reproduce. You have 80% of the world's population to validate that skin surface area, which is exactly what foreskin is, actually feels good. Imagine that. Skin on your sexual organ creating sexual pleasure. Shocking, I know. This seems strangely obvious, doesn't it? Which part of this is beyond 2 + 2 = 4 level complexity? A third grade subtraction problem, and one of the 80% of the whole men in the world is all you needed. Of course, a drop of common sense as well. Just so you know, American doctor, you are a pseudoscience, 19th century quack turned violent criminal who tortures and mutilates children. You are the lowest scum on the planet. A baby knife rapist. No, really. You really are. I'd rather have been actually raped than mutilated by idiot sickos unable to do a simple math problem. If I was raped, my physical body would recover. It'd be far less painful and mentally scarring than sawing off the most sensitive part of my body with no anesthesia. If I was raped, I could regain normal sexual function. If there is damage, those tissues can heal. Nothing has been sawed off by idiots who can't pass third grade math. I choose a rape any day. And to you ladies, tell me, would you rather be raped or mutilated? It's simple. Genital mutilation is far worse than rape. How come I have to pay my whole life with the fraction of the penis sensation I was born with because you have the brains of a gnat, the ethics of a pedophile, and the greed of a central banker? Your educated, aware victims wouldn't be sad at all if you jumped off a high bridge in disgrace. Do Japanese-style suicide if you had any balls or ethics at all. We already know the answers to that. I'll buy the sword. No, really. We want you to jab your mutilation knife in your own jugular rather than through the genitals of a helpless, defenseless child. We will hate you forever. We have the physical scars to prove it, and the mental scars from being sexually tortured with your knife. We will never forgive such a barbaric, ignorant act. You are always to blame for your actions, doctors. You can't weasel out of this. The future will know about the histology reports from Dr. Taylor and Dr. Cold and the genius idea of using a microscope to look at the tissues. I guess they didn't forget about the microscope they got in their science set when they were 8 years old for Christmas. You know, legit scientists without a pedophile agenda. The future will know about the sensitivity testing by Dr. Sorrells and the validation by Jennifer Basio's study, even though her conclusions were completely contradictory to her results. Apparently, you doctors have forgotten basic math, as she is also unable to use elementary level arithmetic, screwing up simple greater or less than signs in order to incorrectly interpret her own results. Read below the abstract, doctor. That's called basic literature reading and interpretation. Yes, these studies will be reproduced and validated. They will become common knowledge. You can't hide what's already there. Not only are they backed up by common sense, I mean, who would be so dumb as to say that cutting off half your tongue doesn't reduce the quality of your lunch? One of my personal goals is to start a nonprofit research center to do the actual science that you have failed to date to do. We want to educate the American people about your behind soundproof doors atrocities by working to repeat the studies of Taylor, Cold, Lockwood, and Sorrells and shut up the pedophiles clamoring over our children's genitals. It's time for these sickos to be completely disgraced like you will sooner or later. Hopefully sooner, if we have anything to say about it. Of course, if you had any sense, you would also reason that intact men rarely ever have foreskin problems. It is far more rare to ever need a circumcision, which, without dire, absolute medical necessity, is straight up mutilation. Funny how in Finland, the need to circumcise intact men is 1 in 16,977 of ever happening. Yet I find American women all over the place who swear on their child's grave that they did not mutilate their child because their child had a medical problem. Of course, most of these problems are likely caused by ignorant, uneducated doctors who do force retraction to clean the penis, interrupting the natural growth and development of the penis. Hey doctor, have you ever heard of the blandо prepubital lamina? That's the tissue that adheres to the foreskin to the glands, just like your skin, your nail is attached to your finger. This would be the same as breaking a girl's hymen to clean behind it. We both know those boys, if they were born in Finland, would still be full and intact with all their sensation they were born with. Need for circumcision is incredibly rare. In the absence of gangrene or advanced cancer, you basically gouged out an eye because the child got a speck in it. Maybe the problem is not a failure of nature. Maybe the failure is you. Maybe we can send you back to 3rd grade math, give you some basic logic classes, and of course the Sociology 101 class. You can understand how you were brainwashed to the point of not being able to use 3rd grade arithmetic. Or better yet, put you and your whole establishment on trial for misleading and lying to the public in a Nuremberg-style trial to expose your profit-driven scam and your complete ignorance of the natural, whole human body you are entrusted to understand and protect. Following orders was never a valid excuse for the SS, and neither is your blatant, obvious lack of knowledge on the tissue you are operating on. If you can't get something so simple, why would you be allowed to work on anyone in any medical capacity? Your license should be revoked immediately. You are violent criminals who play on mothers drugged up after just giving birth and helpless infants who can't fight back. What big tough guys you are. I bet you wouldn't dare cut me now, you coward idiot. I guess you forgot. We grow up. Redemption is coming to your victims, good doctor. Your science is junk. The truth impossible to cover up. A simple microscope will send you back to the 19th century where you belong. You will become the most hated men and people in America. Hope you have a bodyguard. Not everybody is as rational as me. By the way, we will be pursuing every avenue we can. We will attack from every angle. I want legal action done against you for organ theft and selling human tissue against international law. Yeah, we know not only can you make 1,000 to 2,000 an hour chopping up baby parts, but then you sell the stolen sexuality of boys for profit. Even Oprah Winfrey sells expensive cream for rich, wrinkled women to lather on their face made from the stolen foreskins of helpless babies. I hear it's great for wrinkles. So our sexuality is being lathered on some ignorant, rich, old woman's face. Truth is stranger than fiction. Our time is coming, doctor. Be warned. Leave this evil torture to the 19th century where it belongs, or we will be coming for you. Get your fucking knives away from the genitals of children. Well, to those of you who are listening to this because you want to end this shit, I love you guys. We will persevere. These doctors will be exposed. We will be validated. Our concerns justified. The future will be intact. The future babies will not be tortured and sexually mutilated. And it is our duty, our job, to make sure that this is eradicated from our society and never, ever done to little infants and children again. I love you guys. If you can, I would really appreciate it if you share this message. I have limited ability to share. I don't have, I'm banned from Facebook from reacting to sickos, circumfetish, weirdos who like chopping up baby parts. So if you can, please share this. Please get your friends and family to watch this. Let them know that this is being exposed and this is coming out. And no one can hide from it. Not the doctors, not the mothers who have done this and trivialize what they've done. Not the society, which is, I meet intact people who are surprised at my voracious anger of the genital mutilation of my body and the reduction of my sensation of my penis by 75%. The majority of my sexual nerves are gone and missing. So I don't even... It's funny when an intact person is surprised that I'm angry about it. But anyways, so like, subscribe, share. I love you guys. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Doctors, if you're watching this, your time is coming, brother or sister, whatever creature you are, whatever bane of humanity you are. I don't even think you deserve the term Homo sapiens sapiens. That's my species. There's no way anybody in my species would ever chop up genitals of children, no matter what pseudoscience, bullshit, ridiculous, trivial medical bullshit lies you can come up with. So, love you guys who care about this issue. Hate you doctors who have done this to children. I think you deserve so much punishment. Anyways, please share it. Love you guys.